Hey guys, welcome back to my Mount Tech. Today we're going to do a Raspberry Pi build. But first I want to draw attention to the link down below from Merch Shop if you want to help support the channel so I can continue to bring you some great content. Check some stuff out, maybe something you like. Anyways, let's take a look and see what we got here for this build. Almost all these parts that we're going to take a look at are from a company called Geekworm. And let's check it out and see what we got. Alright guys, so what we're going to start off with is, of course, an 8 gigabyte Raspberry Pi 4. It's going to be pretty much the brains of our build here. Should be a lot of fun. Ta-da, if you're not familiar with this, this is what that is. So when I started off this project, I wanted to do something with an SSD. And so I picked up this 120 gig PNY. It was about, I think, 20 bucks on Amazon. And I got this thing here. It's from Geekworm. And what this is a, it's got a big long name, model number, blah, blah, blah. But when you open up the box, it's got a connector here for the USB. It's got some supports, and it's got this board. So when you're looking at this board here, I mean, your SSD goes on the bottom here, and then you have this here, this USB, which is what this little U adapter is for. Is it'll plug in here and then plug in your Pi, and then it's got power for it, and on-off switches, and all kinds of bells and whistles. And it's also got some kind of wire there. So I got this piece first, and then I started thinking, well, that's kind of, how do I put that in some kind of case? So then I found Geekworm has all kinds of neat stuff. So this right here is a case I picked up. It's made out of, looks like some kind of steel or aluminum, and it's not too bad. It's you can see your ports here. This is where your Pi will stick out with that stuff, and it's got the back end there. It's got a power button area here on the front. Let's go ahead and pop up this case. We also got some instructions with this. They're they're pretty simple. So we'll check that out as we go through it. Guess it'll be fun. So we're gonna learn something today. So we'll get this case apart and take a peek. All right. So that top comes off. It's got an area here for a fan that you can install, which I thought was kind of cool. And inside here we got some guts. And there's, considering the size and the form factor, there's a decent amount of space. It's got this thing here, so you can, if you want to, I guess you can mount it on the wall or whatever, but let's take a look what comes in here. So what comes in here is your power switch. So this is this is going to be kind of cool. So I'll get to put this in there, and we'll have an actual honest to goodness on-off switch. That'll be nice. Of course, we have the Geekworm fan. That's kind of cool. And then some more standoffs and stuff. I'll put this stuff off to the side. I also picked up, I guess, I'm not sure, I might use the black ones, but some heat sinks for the Pi, because I wasn't sure how all this is going to pan out. So the last thing I got with this is what they call a intelligent power management board. So it looks like it's also it doesn't really come with instructions. It says if you want this user manual, scan this QR code. Okay. So this again comes with some type of handy wire, some more standoffs, and then this. So all your power will be run through this. You know, you'll plug in here in your power source. Here's your pins. This will snap on top. So this will sit basically, you know, let's do this here like this. You know, yeah. So basically, you know, you put your standoffs and stuff, and then that'll sit there and, you know, blow air down on the entire thing for the Pi, which is pretty cool. So you really don't need that fan on top, but you know, this will still suck air through that hole. So that'll be awesome. And yeah, I'll give you a few more things up here to manage some power. But yeah, pretty much like I said, all the power will run through this. You'll put your on-off switch will hook into this somewhere in the top here, and you know, some other things. But like I said, we'll go through those instructions and whatnot. So let's take a look at these instructions and start putting Humpty Dumpty together and see where we end up. I'll probably yeah. Some of this I'll probably fast forward, and some of this, you know, I might talk in. So let's get this ball rolling. All right. So the first thing we're gonna do is we have these little flat screws, and there's 4 spots on here for the Raspberry Pi to mount. So we're gonna put on the underneath these flat screws and take these shorter spacers and just kind of twist them on there. So you have your 4 spacers on there. So the reason that those spacers go on there first is next you're going to put your hard drive on. And you know, these screws go underneath the hard drive. See if I can get this box open. There we go. All right. SSD. I'll take that, and that'll just slide in there. Perfect. Kind of locks. So now that that's in there, we're going to go ahead, and there's 2 screws here for the SSD. And we're going to go ahead and take care of that. All right, so our hard drive is secured. There we go. So we're going to put our spacers. We've got these 4 larger spacers that are going to go on the bottom. So we'll push our screws through first. Just like that. And put those on. All right, so now we got our 4 spacers on. And we got 4 spacers for our Pi. All right, so we're going to put the Pi on. Pi will go here. so now we're gonna put this piece, this came with your hat, this wire from there, and we're going to plug it in there, I believe. All right, so this case came with its own standoffs to make this the right height inside the case. So don't use the ones that I showed at the beginning of the video. Use the ones that came with this case. Okay, so we're gonna put this into here. I'm gonna kind of slide it in. It's a little bit of a tight fit, so you got to be careful. You want to kind of use your thumb and press out a little bit so that'll go in there. So yeah, it looks like it's going to fit in there real good. Perfect. So I'll put that, kind of slots there. Now got some screws on the bottom. We'll screw this down. All right. So it's got a slot back here. That's for your SD card. If you're still going to be using an SD card, I am going to use an SD card for the initial boot of this. You know, we're going to kind of talk about that here in a little bit. Actually, the software installation will probably be in another video. So we're going to put on our power switch next. So after I slide this through, there's this nut that I'll thread onto this. But prior to that, I'm going to put this little silicone ring over here. The reason being just so there's a little bit of play. I don't want to say play, but just so the nut is kind of up against that. My reasoning is it'll be a little easier to take off if I need to replace it. So whether that's right or wrong, I don't know, but I'm going to do it. And this is the part about Raspberry Pi builds that I hate. My fat fingers. So work that ring up there. It's on there. Next we'll get our nut. Boom, 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 boom. So this is a neat little case. I'm kind of excited about it. I think long term, I'm gonna try to see if I can get windows on it. I think that'd be kind of neat. But there are some things I want to play on with this, you know, software-wise, you know. And I've seen some things where you can load multiple things onto your Raspberry Pi, so you know you can switch between like Retro Pi and I think it's pronounced Ubuntu or whatnot. And you know, I'm just kind of excited about that. Like I said, there's going to be a lot more possibilities of things I can do with this. And this nut is a pain in the butt. All right. Cool. That's on there, and like I said, it just got a little bit of a play to it where the button is secure. This doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't slide. It doesn't wiggle. And, you know, you got an opportunity to kind of, you know, still do your thing. So, got that there. So next, where are we going to put this? Take a look at these instructions. Where they go? You know, they're like in black and white, and you know, a little bit difficult to look at here. So it's going to go into this momentary switch. So it'll be second one from the end. All right. So we got this. So the form factor is a little bigger than what you normally get, but like I said, this is kind of cool. So we're going to go ahead. And you don't have to get all these pieces and components because the power hat is just kind of, there. I mean, I got it because I could. I got it because I thought it'd be neat. I could have done without the power hat and, just put the power switch into this and then powered through here, blah, blah, blah. But like I was saying also too, you're going to actually power your Pi, the whole thing, through the side here. So let's put that on. And then I'll put these screws in. Screw. If I can get a hold of them. And I like the fact this thing's kind of sturdy. I mean, I'm not saying I want to take it around with me or anything, but it's kind of cool. I also got the power supply plug that, they have on their Geekworm as. So, I mean, everything I got to go with this to power it on and get it to fly is all Geekworm. And like I said, I'm pretty stoked. I don't have a ton of storage space. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be looking into the program off the top of my head. I can't remember what it's called, but it's going to basically be what the Pi is going to boot off of. When I edit the video, I'll have it come across the screen, but it'll boot the Pi, and then it'll switch over to SSD right after that, and it's still going to be really fast. I thought about just setting it up to go straight from everything from the SSD, but I want to try some different stuff. Like I said, I want to try some things that I haven't really done before. So there's that. So the final thing, we've got to kind of hook up this SSD, don't we? Now, one of the things about this build with using your SSD, you are going to lose one of these USB 3s. So this just plugs straight in the back, and voila, there you go. Nice and easy peasy. So there's that. So you can see you have your everything in the back. Your Raspberry Pi, which would normally be there, is right here. You got your USBs, you got your Ethernet connection. We got our fan up top that we talked about. On the side, you got all the other crap for the Raspberry Pi. And yeah, that's it. Well, guys, thanks for watching. I hope this video was some value for you. Go ahead and leave some comments below. Tell me what you think. I'm going to do software installation in the next video. Because I'm kind of out of time, and like I said, I want to get this out, but at least you know how to assemble this thing, put it together. The airflow on it looks like it's pretty good, and like I said, let's kind of go from there. This is Lewis from MyMailTech. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time. Later.